By the time you finish this video, hundreds of people will have crossed the $1 million mark. The number of millionaires in the world has exploded, okay? According to the UBS Global Wealth Report, there are now 4 times as many millionaires as there were at the start of the 2000s. But where are all of these new millionaires coming from? Which industries are producing them, and what do they all have in common? Well, that's what we're breaking down here today, okay? Here are the industries that created the most millionaires in the last few years. Welcome to Alux. In 2024 alone, almost 684,000 people became millionaires. Just imagine about 2,000 people waiting in line to join the millionaire ranks every single day. The United States leads the charge here, creating more than 379,000 millionaires in a single year. That's more than half the global total. But what's interesting is that emerging markets are now producing millionaires at a staggering pace. In India, in just 1 year, around 40,000 people became millionaires. That's 1 every 15 minutes. Entire neighborhoods are flipping from middle class to millionaire status in less than a decade. China continues to produce more millionaires than any other country outside the US. But it's not universal. Some countries are actually shrinking their millionaire populations. The UK and Japan both lost millionaires last year as wealthy individuals packed up and left, or simply watched their fortunes shrink as their local currencies weakened against the dollar. So while the overall pie of wealth is expanding, the slices aren't exactly equal here. Only a few industries are really doing the heavy lifting, and that's where the real story begins. Which industries are doing this, and why do they keep producing millionaires decade after decade? Let's take them all one by one. But before we do that, just a quick note from us, okay? Because we've designed a tool that can really help you spot these trends and act on them in ways that will actually benefit you. Inside the Alux app, there's daily coaching sessions designed to help you level up across all areas of your life, especially in your finances. We hire industry experts to walk you through all the key lessons they learned to achieve their great success. And with help from them and us, you'll be crushing one goal after another. And even better, if you download the app and scan this QR code on screen, you'll get 25% off your annual membership. I'll see you on the inside, but in the meantime, let's get back to discussing why certain industries keep producing millionaires, starting off with real estate. Now, real estate is one of the most reliable millionaire factories in the world, right? You probably know this. According to the UBS Global Wealth Report 2025, property remains the largest single asset class for high net worth individuals, with nearly 27% of their wealth tied up in real estate. But what's most important here is how ordinary people cross the 7-figure line. In the US, NAR data shows that successful real estate agents and small brokers regularly hit millionaire status through commissions. In hotspots like Dubai and Manila, property prices surged 44% and 21% between 2019 and 2023, minting tens of thousands of new local millionaires. The mechanism is pretty straightforward: leverage. With a down payment, you control an asset far bigger than your cash investment. If that property appreciates, the equity you build can snowball quickly. A single rental portfolio or a few flipped homes can push a disciplined investor past millionaire status in less than a decade. In India, Knight Frank reported that nearly 1 in 5 new millionaires cited real estate as their primary wealth source in the last 5 years. In fast-growing economies, building even modest apartment blocks or commercial spaces can turn into life-changing wealth. So while real estate doesn't mint unicorn billionaires overnight, it steadily turns hundreds of thousands of people into millionaires every year. It's accessible, okay? It's tangible, and in the right market, it's still one of the most powerful wealth escalators on Earth. Then there's healthcare and medical services. Because according to Oxfam's Pandemic Wealth Report, more than 40 new healthcare billionaires were created during COVID. But far more interesting is the wave of new millionaires in pharmaceuticals, clinics, and medtech. In India, generics are a massive millionaire machine. The country supplies over 20% of the world's generic drugs, and mid-sized manufacturers and distributors built fortunes during the pandemic boom. A Knight Frank survey found that a growing share of India's new millionaires cite healthcare and pharma as their primary source of wealth. In the US, private equity has been rolling up dental practices and outpatient clinics, turning ordinary doctors into seven-figure business owners once their practices sell. MedTech companies exploded, minting waves of millionaire employees through stock options as share prices soared. Even suppliers in this ecosystem, the companies making parts for scanners or pumps, quietly minted millionaires, okay? What makes healthcare pretty unique is demand. It doesn't collapse with market cycles. People will always need medicine, tests, treatments, and that stability makes it less volatile than tech, but incredibly steady as a millionaire factory. From generic drugs in India to clinic roll-ups in the US, healthcare is quietly producing a new millionaire class every single year. But what about fashion and retail? Because interestingly enough, fashion and retail turned out to be one of the most consistent sources of new millionaires, especially in the last 5 years. Consumer demand is endless, and the internet leveled the playing field. According to Shopify's 2024 Impact Report, over 5 million merchants run stores on its platform, and thousands of them have crossed the seven-figure mark in sales. Amazon has a pretty similar story. Marketplace Pulse estimates that in the US alone, more than 60,000 Amazon sellers generate over $1 million in annual revenue. But here's the thing with retail, okay? The vast majority of e-commerce, dropshipping, and direct-to-consumer brands fail. But because the barrier of entry is decently low and a huge amount of people are doing it, even a small percentage of success equals tens of thousands of new millionaires. It's not that e-commerce is such an amazing business strategy, but more like the sheer number of attempts which creates a constant stream of new millionaires. With the right margins, some brands do manage to be worth $5 to $20 million in revenue. All right, switching gears to talk about manufacturing and supply chains for a moment, I've got one thing that might just blow your mind. Over the last decade, manufacturing created more new billionaires than any other industry. Packaging companies supplying Amazon sellers, furniture makers selling IKEA, textile producers feeding Shein. All of these supply chain players have crossed the seven-figure threshold simply by owning a piece of the production puzzle. Margins in manufacturing aren't glamorous or anything, but once you supply a product at volume, profits will snowball fast. Contract manufacturers, niche suppliers, and industrial middlemen are often the ones getting rich while staying invisible. In China, the rise of EVs created a wave of millionaires far beyond Tesla. The companies making batteries, wiring, and components built fortunes as demand surged. In Germany, there's actually a word for this, Mittelstand, and it refers to small to medium, usually family-owned companies that pretty much sit at the core of their economy. They dominate niche markets by owning obscure but essential products like precision screws or industrial pumps. It doesn't exactly sound very sexy at all, but hey, alright, at the end of the day, the numbers are there. If you think about it, it all goes all the way back to the gold rush. During the California gold rush, the people who got rich were typically not the people prospecting for gold. It was the merchants and suppliers, Levi Strauss selling jeans, Samuel Brannan selling picks and shovels, boarding house owners charging inflated rents. The infrastructure around the gold created a more reliable fortune than the gold itself. The modern millionaire machine is often the people selling the picks and shovels of today's industries. Next up, we're looking at finance and investments, okay? If there's one industry that reliably mints new millionaires every single year, it's finance, right? Not just the hedge fund billionaires you read about, no, but the thousands of bankers, traders, private equity partners, and venture capitalists who cross the seven-figure threshold thanks to bonuses, carried interest, and equity stakes. At firms like Goldman Sachs, Blackstone, or KKR, senior partners and even mid-level executives routinely make millions in annual pay and profit sharing. Becoming a millionaire here is expected after a decade or two at the top. When you're managing billions, a small cut turns careers into fortunes. The problem with finance, though, is it isn't accessible to everyone. You can't just stroll into Goldman Sachs in a hoodie and demand that they let you manage a billion-dollar fund. That only works in Silicon Valley, okay? But this doesn't change the fact that for those who get it, the odds of hitting millionaire status are higher than almost anywhere else. And finally, we gotta talk about tech and startups. Yeah, we know. Who would have thought, right? If there's one industry that completely dominates the creation of new millionaires, it is technology, my friend. Not only does it produce the most billionaires, but it's also the biggest engine for first-generation millionaires, meaning ordinary people crossing 7 figures for the first time. According to UBS and Forbes, tech accounts for over 20% of the world's billionaires, but more importantly, it has created tens of thousands of new millionaires through IPOs, acquisitions, and stock options in just the last decade. Airbnb's IPO in 2020 instantly turned hundreds of employees into millionaires, some with only a few years at the company. Stripe, Canva, and UiPath all created similar waves of millionaire employees and early investors. And more recently, the AI boom has done the same. NVIDIA's rise enriched both Jensen Huang and thousands of engineers, managers, and early shareholders crossed into millionaire territory as the stock soared over 200% in 18 months. Stock options and equity compensation mean that even non-founders, from engineers to product managers, get pulled into millionaire status when the company scales. What makes tech unique is speed and scalability. A direct-to-consumer brand might take a decade to hit $100 million in revenue. A successful app can do it in 2 years. That speed compresses the millionaire timeline, and it's not unusual for someone in their early 30s to become a millionaire in tech. And that's something almost unheard of in any other industry, which is why tech will always sit at number 1. Now, my friend, have you noticed what all of these industries have in common? Well, you see, when you take a closer look, the pattern becomes kind of impossible to ignore. Millionaires don't pop up randomly all over the place. No, they cluster in places where 3 very distinct and important things happen all at the same time. The first is scale, the ability to reach millions of people, not just dozens of them. A Shopify store that cracks Amazon's ecosystem, a tech platform serving global users, a factory supplying parts worldwide. All of these scale beyond what one person could ever sell on their own. Next is leverage, meaning you're using systems, not just your own labor. In real estate, it's mortgages. In finance, it's other people's money. In tech, it's code and servers. In manufacturing, it's machines and supply chains. Leverage multiplies output without multiplying effort. And the last thing you need is growth, meaning you're riding a wave that's bigger than yourself. EV adoption, AI, aging populations, luxury spending in emerging markets. If you're an industry where demand is surging, it lifts you along with it, okay? That's why millionaires keep coming from the same industries decade after decade. They're the ones sitting at the intersection of these 3 forces. So, the real takeaway isn't which specific company or product to chase. It is to position yourself inside the right system. Because if the system has scale, leverage, and growth, then even at a small level, your odds of crossing that 7-figure line go up dramatically. Look, okay, millionaires don't happen by accident. They happen by design, and that design is always the same. We'll see you back here next time, my friend. Until then, thanks for watching and take care.